Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you had a good break. And now it's New Year and it's time for us to get back to business. So we are starting week 5 of the course and we are continuing Adobe Illustrator. Okay, so this week you're going to actually go probably over the most crucial tool that I believe that you really need to take the time to learn, and that is the pen tool. So it's going to talk about the shape tool, but that's pretty basic stuff, video A. But video B, we are going to start, well, you're still working with it, but it's video C as the pen tool. And let me just tell you, you're going to need this tool for an assignment when we get into InDesign. So you're going to take your animal that you just created in Photoshop. So for those of you that need to go back and refine your animal, you have time to do that, because what you're going to do then is you're going to then illustrate it in Adobe Illustrator. Okay, the same animal that you created in Photoshop for the end of week 4, you're going to use again down the road. Okay, so this is a project that you're going to develop by the end in XD. Okay, so look ahead, guys. Make sure that you see what's needed. So really take the time to work with this pen tool. And I'm going to show you actually some things too, just so that you guys have my perspective on how you do this. I go about the pen tool a little bit differently. And it's a matter of what works for you. So there's many ways of using these tools. So I went ahead and just grabbed a basic logo. I love these sports logos because they're just flat colors, right? Logos typically shouldn't be more than 3 colors. That the most identifiable logos that we have out there are actually, 3 colors or less. So just keep that in mind. So I love these new sports logos because they're simple designs, and they're great to use for this Illustrator project. So what I've done is, I don't care that my paper isn't the same size. I mean, I suppose I could go here and click the artboard tool and drag it out if it drives anybody up the wall. It doesn't for me. So what I'm going to do is drag that open, use my select tool to click away. And what I want to do is I'm going to create another layer on top, but I'm going to select this layer 1. And I'm going to go to this drop-down menu here, and I'm going to say template. And so what's going to happen is it sort of grays out a little bit, and it locks that layer. And then I'm going to be working on layer 2. And when you're working on a project, and this is going to be important for your animal that you're doing, is you need to think of it you got to work from the outside in and think about the layers, okay? So I look at it this way. I see the red on this wolf to be the furthest layer. So it's going to be my bottom layer. So I'm going to draw an outline of this red. And then the next layer is going to be this dark blue. And then the light blue and the white are going to be on top of that. So this first layer is going to be the red layer. So I'm going to take my pen tool and I'm going to start. Now, just make sure that I have white selected. And it's a fill. You want to make sure it's on stroke. Let me go cancel. So stroke is this one. So flip it and stroke. Put the stroke on top. Man, not flip the colors. And I'm going to use a bright orange. No, I'm not. Let's just do black. Okay. All right, so we're going to do that. Pen is selected. I've got the stroke is filled. Perfect. And it's on top. That's even better. Now, straight lines are easy. You just go click, and as people pointed out, you can hold shift to get a perfectly straight line. I have shift held and it's still doing that. That's a perfectly straight line. So if you want a 90-degree, there is a way. If you hold shift as you go into a 45-degree angle, so you have shift. Okay, so shift helps you, but a curved line, a Bezier curve, is a little bit different. Okay, and I'm not really sure why garbage. Okay, so this is how students, this is the area that students have a problem with is doing the Bezier. So what you do is you make an anchor point. I'm going to click to create an anchor point. Okay, so now you can see the line wherever it travels with my mouse. Now I'm going to go down to the base of the ear, and I'm going to click, but don't let go of the mouse. So click, hold, and drag. Okay, so click, hold, drag. Click, hold, and drag. And see what happens is you get these handles. And as we rotate, you've got two controls. You can lengthen it, and you can then start getting the angle. So what we're going to do is you're going to match it up, and it's a matter of moving and dragging those handles to get the exact correct curvature, okay? And then we release it. Now I have fill, so let me go get rid of that fill color. No fill by clicking on that. Come back. So, okay, so now a lot of times people tell you to go to this next point. What I tell students to do is go back to that anchor point. Right there, says anchor, and you're going to click it. Now what happens is it sort of resets everything. So now we just got a straight line, and now we're going to click, hold, and drag again. So we go down to the next color, and we go click, hold, and drag. Click, hold, drag. And I go back to the anchor point, and I'm going to sit here and just click, hold, drag, and then go back to the anchor point to essentially clear it. And then I come back down. Now, try to go, the smoother the line, the longer have the courage to go, as far as you can. A lot of times students get stuck in, doing short little curves. Now, it doesn't match up perfectly, but that's okay. This is my interpretation, and I'm just using this as a basis. Now this, I'm going to call as a straight line, even though technically it looks like it has a little curve, but that's okay. I'm going to call that a straight line, and all I'm doing is clicking where I want it to go. Now this next one is also a straight line, and now I come back down here, and it looks like it's a little bit of a curve. So click, hold, drag until you line it up. So again, it's patience, guys. Everything that we do in graphic design, it's all about patience. Click, hold, drag, come back to the anchor point. It looks straight to me, but that's okay. Now, see, notice this curve. I don't want to go over here because it's probably going to be too far for me. So I'm going to click, hold, and drag. You'll have to play with it, guys, and get the hang of it. Now, sometimes, that's probably not what I want. So if you backspace, you can go back. I'm going to hold on to my anchor. I reconnected. I was disconnected. And I probably should have come back all the way up here. Let's see if we can do that. So this is a good learning opportunity, backspace. Okay, so we got to reconnect. So click back on the anchor. Let's go as high as we can, more like that, and see if we can't click and drag and get it. Yep, pretty good. That's not bad. Come back to the anchor point, and now I can continue. I don't know. I'll try to go all the way out here. But the longer you can make it, the smoother your curves are. Now there's ways to edit it. Now this is all straight, click, just click. Now this is click, hold, drag. Come back to the anchor. And as I said, you're going to probably see a different way to do it. You figure out what works for you. I'm just going to tell you that this is what works for me. And we're going to click, hold up, backspace, reconnect, click the anchor point again. And patience. Patience is a virtue, guys. Patience, patience, patience. And I'll tell you, I love this tool. Once you really get it down, you will really love it. As I, reconnect again. I'm off a little bit, but I'll be here all day if I don't pick up the pace a little bit. And then we come back. Now, we want to look for, see the little circle next to it? That tells me when it says path, that means I'm closing the path. A lot of people have a problem. You've got to make the path closed. So that's closed. And now what happens is I can use my eyedropper tool, and I can select this color underneath, and there we have the red. All right, well, that's pretty cool. Now, what I would do is for the next layer, I would make another layer, because this will be the red layer, and then this will be the dark blue layer. So I'm going to do this, and now I'm going to start tracing this dark blue layer. Again, I'm working, Okay, so now it's a new layer. First point, click, drag, and hold, and then I repeat the process. And it's okay, it's red, I don't really care. And then but I do need to get rid of the fill color. So let's get rid of the flip it so it's just a line, come back to the anchor point, and then we redo it. And so what you do is, so just for a lack of, just to show you, so just pretend, yes, I know, we didn't quite draw it, but that's the blue layer, right? So what we do is then we use the, how did we get up here, Kitty? Come on. No. All right, so then what we do is we use that ink dropper. We do the blue layer, then we add the next layer. We go ahead and hide the last one. Now this one would be light blue, and then you would do a white layer. Okay, now the blue layer, you're going to probably have to go in and do the red. So see the red eye? So make an outline, because there is no point. You can then draw the shapes on this light blue layer and the white layer. And then you'll have another red layer on the very top also that does the few red. Okay. And you just have to plan it out. You have to look at it and say, okay, what's going to be the most logical, okay? So if we look at this, even though I didn't quite draw it out, but that should start giving you an idea, okay? So if you have any problems, please let me know, because I want to make sure that I also, so you've got those videos to go through. So you've got all the way up to D. You've got 2 assignments this week. You're going to do the week 5 exercise, and then you've got the question and answer form, okay? Make sure that you guys reply to 2 people. If you need assistance with anything, if you need me to show you anything, please reach out to me. Best way is to email me, okay? And I'm happy to set something up for you so that I can show you more material, okay? All right, guys, that's it. So I want nothing for you to be successful in my class. If you need anything, you let me know. But as always, have a productive week and do great things. This is Professor Chisholm signing off.